Is it possible for ceramic keycaps to be low profile? Honestly, that thought never crossed my mind, but Cerakey managed to do it. Today I have with me the Zen 75 by Cerakey. It's the first ever pre-built keyboard with low profile ceramic keycaps. So let's get the accessories out of the way. We have the standard USB-C cable, keycap switch puller, wireless receiver, and extra keycaps. And of course we have the Zen 75. First impressions, I'm very impressed by the weight of the board, and the overall design is very clean and minimal at the same time. I wasn't exactly the biggest fan of the design on their previous pre-assembled keyboard, the Nada 65. It was a plastic case, it was very glossy, and there were a bunch of pandas on it. I don't hate pandas, but the design just didn't feel like it matched a keyboard. But this is a huge change in direction of design, and I love it. Now let's talk layout. We have a compact 75% layout, and honestly I'm not a huge fan of a compact 75% layout because it tends to make the keyboard's proportion look a little funky. It looks a little bit too wide, I would say, in terms of this, and it makes the board look very rectangular and squarish and boxish more than it already is. But I do see why they did have to make it a compact 75% layout. Since this is a low profile keyboard, I'm pretty sure portability was one of their priorities. So the compact 75% layout makes a lot of sense because it still provides the function and maintains a smaller form. Now in terms of some basic features, we have triple mode connection, QMK and VR support, and multi-device compatibility. We have a 3500 mAh battery, it lasts 40 hours with backlight and 300 hours without the backlight on. All of those features help in different situations if people bring their board out with them. Now the case itself at its thickest point is 1.8 centimeters and at its thinnest point 1.2 centimeters. It's thin enough to slide it into your bag without giving it a second thought. Now a little bit more on the design. I love that it's a dual material design. We have an aluminum case top and a polycarbonate bottom. So with an aluminum case top, it makes it feel a little bit more premium, and with the polycarbonate bottom, it ensures that it's not overly heavy. In terms of its weight, we're looking at 963 grams or 2.12 pounds for the Americans. It's not exactly as optimal and lightweight as a low-free, but I think these two different boards apply to two very different niches and different market audience. The main selling point of the Zen 75 are the ceramic keycaps, and if you are looking to get this low profile ceramic keycap board, I'm sure you already know that ceramic keycaps are way heavier than usual keycaps, so the keycap set itself already adds so much weight onto the board. Now let's move on to the custom keyboard side of features. I'm not too familiar with the variety of low profile switches on the market. I don't remember there being many. I do know of Kale Spectre switches, low free switches, and Nufi switches, but aside from those, I don't think I've heard of many different or really popular low profile switches. But what we have installed are the basic Gateron low profile red switches. It's nothing out of this world. It's a basic switch. It has always been a staple in the keyboard community, so it's reliable. That's all I have to say. Now for mounting, we're looking at a gasket mount, and I feel like for low profile board users, mounting isn't exactly your priority. Am I right? Let me know if I'm right in the comments down below. In my head, I'm thinking that even if it's gasket mounted, there isn't much space for the keyboard to have flex. But since we do have a gasket mount, it does still provide an overall just softer typing experience on your fingers when you're typing. In terms of the internal structure, it can be disassembled, but I'm not going to disassemble it. We have a silicone plate dampener, PE and case foam, and that is plenty of dampening for a low profile board. Alright, that is enough yapping for now. Let's try it out. I'm honestly not too sure what I expected. For some reason, I think my brain has been basically brainwashed into ceramic equal Thocky. But this board isn't exactly Thocky. It's just a very balanced sound profile, but still has that subtle ceramic keycap sound signature to it. I think switches would play a huge part in how this board sounds. The Gateron Reds don't really have a unique sound profile, but I'm pretty sure most of you who are low profile board users would be familiar or have a certain switch in mind that you prefer for low profile boards. I would suggest changing them out for this. And even if you don't plan on changing out the switches, I think the board by itself is completely fine. If you're bringing this around to your work, to your office, you don't want it to be too loud either. I think the volume of this is just nice. It's not too loud, it's not annoying. It just sounds like a usual office keyboard type of volume. Anyway, the last thing I want to talk about is the ceramic keycaps themselves. The older sets of ceramic keycaps were fully made out of ceramic, which means their stem was made from ceramic as well. But this has a PC stem. The change in material for its stem is honestly one of the biggest upgrades Seraki has done. Creating a stem fully out of ceramic can't guarantee perfect tolerance, which meant that some keys would just fly out because the tolerance wasn't there. But with a plastic stem, they now can guarantee perfect tolerance, which means this has enhanced stability and will never fall off. Now, for its price, from what I've seen, it's $99 for the usual version, the one I have, and $109 for the crazed version. And if you have no idea what a crazed version is, it's basically this certain effect that they achieve by heating and glazing the keycap to achieve that unique effect, and it looks amazing. I'm a huge fan of it, and I have the green version. It looks really damn good. Anyway, Serakeys themselves have honestly come a really long way. I did not expect a low profile board from them. I expected maybe a 75% pre-built with ceramic keycaps because that would be good enough. Ceramic keycaps by themselves is such a niche and unique product that no one else is doing it, and Seraki is improving and adapting to the current trends. So I'm really happy to see this board, and it's honestly pretty cool. But aside from that, if you guys are interested in the Zen 75, I'll have it linked down below. If you enjoyed this video, do remember to click that like button, comment your thoughts on low profile ceramic keycaps, and aside from that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.